everyone, welcome to a brand new Weekend Zone. I can't promise we won't still have heated debates, but I can promise we will have tons of more fun. I'm your host, Britt Johnson. Today we are talking L's of the Week, Trolls of the Week, and our Fumble feature game of the week, the Cowboys vs. Eagles game. But first, let me introduce my lovely co-hosts. We have Ty Savage, and the man responsible for all the Fumble editing, and the biggest shit talker in the world, Chris Clark.
I like the second label better. I'll take it.
It's definitely okay. Well, let's just get into these L's because you kind of reminded me of an L.
Me too.
Already.
Me too.
So I'm gonna actually kick this off. I'm gonna start with Brandon Browner, who was sentenced to 8 years in prison for attempted murder. This guy was a part of the Legion of Doom. This is insane. He was part of the Legion of Doom. He's a 2-time Super Bowl champion, and he's 33 years old now. He, in July, went into his ex-girlfriend's house, stole a $20,000 Rolex watch, smothered her face into the carpet, almost killed her, and now he's gonna be in prison for the next 8 years. I mean, how big of an L can you get going from being a 2-time Super Bowl champ to this?
To that. And I don't want to make light of the situation, but that's the second, ex-player to then go to the Saints, and then right after that be convicted.
Is it a Saints thing?
I don't know. I hope not. It's just two for right now, and I hope it stays that way, but who that still?
Oh, well, Des Bryant when he went to the Saints.
Yeah. Let's move it on. Let's just push through.
Let's just push through.
It's that New Orleans voodoo.
Hey, as long as that voodoo turns into a Super Bowl, I'll be with it.
Don't be pushing that over here.
I'm trying to push
This is why I wear crystals, you guys, because I have to block all this negative energy.
It's the voodoo.
I got the tiger eyes.
I end up like the Saints players. My God.
Lightly, we will tread over to Chris for his L of the week.
Well, I'm actually gonna go a little bit more lighthearted, but speaking of L's, we're gonna talk about Britt's team that's enjoying the top 3 for a little bit, but that's not gonna last very long.
Okay.
But as we all know, this past week, Clippers played against the Mavericks.
Talk about the Lakers.
I really don't. The Clippers played against the Mavericks, and we all know what happened with Pat Bev knocking out teeth and stuff. So that was like one of the main headlines of that game. But what? But what a lot of people
I want to
missed,
say he's not a dirty player. People always want to call him dirty.
He's passionate. We need that in the league. Yeah. But what a lot of people missed after the whole, taking out the 2 thing was later on in the game, a super Mavericks fan, apparently, I don't know enough about Mavericks lore, but Mr. Don Knobler was sitting in the front row saying a lot of aggressive things to Pat Bev. Pat Bev's used to it, but he said a few things about his mama, and he didn't like that.
Can't be talking about nobody's
You can't
mama.
talk about a man's mama, especially when you're sitting that close and So, and the thing is, even after all that, he lightly threw the ball towards his direction, he caught the ball. I feel like both ways is just a weird situation.
So who's the L here, Patrick Beverly or Knobler?
That's right. At first, I wanted to give it to Don because Don Knobler, but at the same time, I feel like it has to go to Pat Bev. If you're going to get aggressive about something like that, we know you have the ability to be aggressive, so I'm giving it to both of them. I'm going to pull a tie. I'm giving them a rectangle, giving them a double L.
This isn't the first time that guy did it. That is the same guy that Kevin Durant got into it with 2 weeks prior. The same guy. So he's rallying up or, making these opposing teams get heated at him.
I've said it a million times. You sitting in the front row, you can't just be yelling whatever you want to these grown men. Yeah, they're basketball players. They're humans too. That's some punk B stuff.
If you wouldn't do it in the streets to a 6 anything dude and you 5'10", 200-something pounds, don't do it in the front row at a game. Not expect to get the smoke.
Don't get that Ron Artest on you.
Yeah, that's what I'm saying.
You are lucky.
All right, Ty, what's your L of the week?
All right, my L of the week is actually going to my man LeBron's agent because
Whoa.
This man is trying to finesse some type of trade deal involving sending Lonzo to the Wizards and sending John Wall to the Lakers. We don't want him.
Oh, yeah.
We don't want him. Don't send him here. Send him to New York.
No, I was just going to say, whatever takes him off the rumors to go to New York, I'll take it. Look.
No, he's going to New York. He's not coming to LA because we're not having that.
This isn't about the Knicks.
I don't think can you guys afford him? John Wall has
But that's just the thing. We wouldn't be able to afford anyone else.
Yeah, I think
we wouldn't be able to afford anyone else, and that's the problem.
All right, it is time for our troll of the week, and I'm going to start this one off with my boy Klay Thompson because you guys remember a few years ago when the Cavs won 3-0, Warriors blew 3-0.
3-1 lead.
They had a Halloween party. They made cookies that said, you know, rest in peace to Klay Thompson and Steph Curry. They had a 3-1, you know, thing at the, I don't know what it was, like a drum set.
Yeah.
So since then, Klay wanted to point out a very interesting point, that they haven't done anything, and they brought it upon himself. He was asked about that game or that Halloween party recently and had this to say. Oh yeah, that was funny. Look how that turned out. Psh, bums, that was crazy. I forgot about that. Well, look at what pettiness gets you. Gets you 1-8 in the finals. Idiots. Called the boys idiots for that one. So apparently it wasn't the Kardashian curse, it was the cookie curse. That is why the Cavs have not been good.
Maybe a little bit of both, but that's...
yeah, I can give it to both of them. Another Saints fact, okay? Look, the Kardashian curse.
No, we did about
The Saints won the Super Bowl while Reggie Bush was with Kim Kardashian. So I want to debunk the Kardashian
Can you
curse.
unmic me? Because I gotta go.
I just had to bring some light back to the. All right, go ahead, the trolls. I'm sorry.
Okay.
But I got to give it to Klay though, because the callback, the opportunity to just get them when they're down. I mean, well played,
yeah.
And I love.
And he waited till LeBron left, of course, because he's like, I don't know if you guys are gonna, but for sure the Cavs aren't doing anything this year, so he waited till that moment.
It was LeBron's
2
party.
2 years later, and then said it. So that's
and he
great.
pulled that fake acting trick. He's like, oh, you know what? I forgot about that.
He's like a 1-8.
Yeah, man, all these stats.
Mine was purple
Get
with
the
blue
hell
around
outta here,
it.
Klay.
Like, he remembered everything.
Whatever.
Yeah. Let's start with Ty this time. Who's your troll of the week?
Oh, my troll of the week is going to have to go to Youngblood Colin Sexton. No, really. I'm so proud of him because he's a rookie. And to have the nerve, he said that basically Curry's skills on the court ain't no thing but a chicken wing. I mean, he's just another dude in the league as far as... Am I lying?
That statement is not a great statement to say. He's not just another dude in the league. He's a back-to-back NBA MVP. He's one of the best scorers in the league.
Are you talking to me or Colin Sexton?
But that's the thing. That's nice statistically. But in that game, I remember Steph Curry burning that same Colin Sexton early on in the game. Even though that's just go ahead, Colin. Hey, look,
that's
man,
what I'm saying.
Troll on, boo boo. We'll see how far
speak,
That's
bro.
what I'm saying. The nerve to come at a veteran like that.
Yeah.
I like that.
I like. Yeah.
Okay,
I'll give you that.
But I don't.
But he still got burned. Okay.
No, but I like it. Good job.
I get you,
That
I get
kid's
you.
going to be a success for that attitude. Kobe
Or
had it. MJ had it. He's
something.
going to be a
Let's
success.
not forget what
Stay
I
the
just
course.
talked about. The
Stay the
last
course.
group that decided to troll Steph Curry ended up going 1-8 in the finals.
No, and he's part of that same team, but I'm just saying, hopefully Colin will escape and get out and take his talents elsewhere and be
got
a
a
great
long
player.
time before he even has that
But
thought.
you know what?
Colin.
He's building it. He's building
I
those
get
skill
you.
sets.
I get you.
Chris, it is your turn. Your troll of the week.
My troll is a homegrown troll. Well, not really. We just got him this year. But the Knicks played against the Bucks this past. Where are we at? It doesn't matter. This past week we played the Bucks.
Sometime.
Yeah,
Sometime this season.
and won. Just want to put that out. But the troll of the week goes to Mario Hezonja. Okay, this man not only dunked all over Giannis Antetokounmpo's life and sent him to the floor.
He sure did.
He then wanted to pull the good old-fashioned AI Ty Lue trick where he walked right over him, right? But here's why, to me, this is more of a troll move more than that walk. That was the only points he had for the entire game. Mario Hezonja started the game, played about 18 minutes, and only scored those 2 points in the entire game.
They were worth it. He was like, I'm getting my
That's what I'm
money's
saying. For
worth
you to
of
have
points.
that kind of swag and only have 2 points in the entire game when we won against arguably one of the better teams in the East, that's a bold move, man. So that troll, that you get that troll
That
for
was
sure.
petty beyond petty.
100%.
That's the kind of pettiness I like. Yeah.
So now we have to see if Giannis lives up to his promise of punching him in the balls on Christmas.
he
So we'll
will.
see if that
He
happens.
will.
If Hezonja gets on the court, I mean, 2 points in the entire game. No,
Too bad we'll
get him out.
be closed at the Fumble because that would be a great story to cover.
Well.
It's going to happen. So let's go on to my favorite part because we're going to be talking about the Fumble feature game of the week, and it is the Dallas Cowboys versus the Eagles. They are both up for first place in the NFC East, which is it's the game of the week for sure. For sure.
Oh, yeah.
This game is going to determine more or less who is going to go to the playoffs and who's going to be in the wild card from this division and from pretty much the NFC.
That's true.
Period. So, what are your guys' thoughts on it? Predictions? Who do you think is going to win the game? Let's do that first.
Well, I mean, if the Cowboys are able to finesse a coach into the sideline of the Eagles too, I'm sure that the Cowboys can probably win that game as well. Where did that come from? Where did that come from?
It makes me sick when I agree with you. I'm the sick one here. Because I do think they're going to win this. Oh.
But I do, the joke aside, the Eagles have been more shaky. I think the Cowboys now, especially in the last few games.
For sure, they're on a winning
playing,
streak.
they're playing really well. They're playing really well.
Yep.
Dak's looking good. Dak got receivers.
No, and I feel sick to my stomach. Brett, just take it away.
I mean, Amari Cooper definitely was a huge pickup for the Cowboys, and I think that was the beginning of this shift to start with our offense. And I think we finally got it together. Our defense has been playing well all year, so I think our offense finally shifting and getting Amari Cooper and Dak kind of just getting in the groove of like the young guys and stuff like that. I think it's been amazing for us the last second half of the season. Usually, Cowboys always have a slump in November. We did not have that this year. We actually beat the Eagles to start, November off, and I think we're going to beat them again.
Yeah.
So are you saying you think you guys are going to win?
I do. I do.
What?
I can't believe I'm saying this, but the Dallas Cowboys are going to win this game.
Oh
What do you guys think it's going to be, a high-scoring or low-scoring game?
I think low score. Game. Just because, like you said, I think the defense, and I don't know. I don't trust Wentz to get up that high. He hasn't done it enough times this season for me to see him doing it again. Dak has been playing great, but Dak is, as aggressive as he's been, he's also been very conservative, which is fine, which is how you guys have been getting up the field. You guys take a lot of time off the clock, which is good. But I think it's going to be like another, 17-10, maybe 17-14 kind of game. I think it's going to be around that range. That's what I got.
Ty, you agree? You
It
guys
hurts,
are like
right? It
best
hurts.
friends.
No, it hurts.
It hurts.
Really,
I don't know if you guys have been having lunch together every day, but you guys have been agreeing a lot, getting your,
it's
I don't
only
know
been
what
like
it
the
is.
last 2 weeks, and
It's been like a month and a half.
trust me, I'm going to the doctor after this. I'm not.
I feel fine.
Okay, well, obviously, I kind of think it's going to be a higher scoring game, just because I feel like these teams are going to try to prove a lot of stuff. I think this is going to be, even though Cowboys defense has been good, Eagles defense has been better in the past. Not as great this year, but I think
Took a step down this year,
yeah,
for sure.
I think it's the offense is what's really going to make the difference in this game. So go Cowboys! I'm so excited.
I'm not saying that part. You're not
We're
gonna get that
not
part.
saying
You're not
that.
gonna get that out of me.
Our job is to make predictions.
You're
We
not
think they're
getting that
gonna
out of
win.
Okay, well, we want to know what you guys think. Let us know in the comments below. I hope you guys enjoyed our new Weekend Zone, and we will see you guys next week.
Bye.